4 offers in 4 days, and they didn't even leave money on the table. That's the story of one of our seller clients this month. But it's not the story of many sellers in DFW right now. We know of another seller, not our client, that had to sit for 71 days and still sold for significantly less than they were asking. The difference in those two outcomes is exactly what we're talking about this month.
Let's start with inventory. How many homes are actually for sale right now? Because this is where the split begins.
Now, really quickly, this video is part of an exclusive collaboration with top real estate YouTubers from across North America. We're each breaking down what's really happening in our local markets. We've linked those other videos in the description below for you to check out.
As we're looking at the graph, starting off in 2023, as far as the number of homes that are for sale, you can see coming out of the COVID years, we really didn't have that many homes to choose from. Now, with the graph, we can see we're getting more homes on the market for the buyers to be able to choose from. Now, the interesting part of this is that the graph is showing the normal seasonality of the real estate market is still happening, meaning that in the winter months, you have lower amount of homes on the market. Then you start getting into spring, you definitely start to see the increase that's happening. Then you get to the top of the summer market, then it starts to decrease going back into the fall to winter months. So it's definitely following that. Now here is where the split is happening, because right now Denton County has had an increase of about 6.9% of homes that are on the market. Then we go up to Collin County. Now they're up 7.4% from this time last year. Then we go to Dallas County, they're up 7.8%. And then Tarrant County is only up 4.9%, because right now Tarrant County is seeing a lot of growth that's going on. Dallas County and Tarrant County, that's really where the split is, because they have the fewest choices for the buyers to choose from versus Collin and Denton County.
Same metro, completely different story depending on where you are. And that gap is exactly why we break this down county by county every single month. Now let's look at closed sales, homes that have actually crossed the finish line. This is the rear view mirror. It tells you what the market did over the last several weeks.
Now we've got 3 of the 4 counties that have definitely are seeing increase a number of sales, where you've got Collin County, they're up 4.5%, Denton County, you're up 4%, Tarrant County is up 2.5%. Dallas County is the only one that has seen a decrease by 2.5%. Now, this may be surprising for some people to hear that the number of closings are actually increasing other than Dallas County, but the real estate market is still moving along. It is not frozen.
But here's the thing about closed sales. By the time a home closes, that deal was actually negotiated weeks ago. It's already done. There's a number that tells you what buyers are doing right now, today, and that's pending sales. And honestly, that number tells a more encouraging story than you might expect.
Pending sales are the homes that are currently under contract. Buyers and sellers have a deal. It just has not closed yet. Pendings are the real-time signal. Where they go today, closings follow next month. So as we look at the graph as far as the homes that are under contract or the pendings, the interesting part of it is 3 out of the 4 counties have definitely seen an increase of the number of homes going under contract. Because right now Collin County is up 3.8%. Dallas County has seen an increase by 4.5%. And Denton County is up 3.8%. Now here's the interesting part. Tarrant County, their number of pendings have gone down by 2.7%. However, they still have the most amount of homes that are under contract out of all the 4 counties.
So buyers are still active across most of DFW, but more homes on the market with longer days on the market tells us something else is going on.
The average days on the market. This is how long it's taking homes to go under contract. And right now, in most of the DFW area, that clock is running longer than it has in years. So as we look at this graph, we're seeing where the split is starting to happen in between the 4 counties. Even though 3 of the 4 counties have seen an increase of days in the market, but there's 2 counties in here that are leading the pack with that. So the 2 counties that are leading that is right now is Collin and Denton County, because Collin County is at 66 days on the market, and then Denton County is on top of that at 70 days on the market. Then we've got Dallas County, they're at 54 days. Now, again, they've seen an increase by about 3.4% days on the market, although Tarrant County, they're at 55 days on the market, and they've seen their days on the market decrease by 6.8% from this time last year. So what percentage of original asking price are sellers actually getting? As you can see, in 2023, all 4 counties were pretty much following the same normal patterns going until you get to about the end of 2024. Then you start seeing the shift or the divide in between the counties, where Tarrant County has really been holding very steadily, and they've actually seen an increase of the seller getting their closer asking price of about 96%. And that's up 0.1%. Then we see Dallas County, they're getting 95.2%, and that's down by about 0.2% from this time last year. Then we've got Denton County, they're at 94.4%, which that is down almost a full percent from this time last year. Then the greatest difference with all 4 counties is going to be Collin County, and they're down 93.9%, and that's 1.5% down from this time last year. So as you can see on this graph, this is where the shift is really happening, or the divide in between all 4 counties of what the sellers are actually getting based upon what their asking price is.
The sellers getting that 93 to 94% of asking price, a lot of them started too high and they just sat on the market, and then they had to come down. And rates play into this as well. Right now, the 30-year fixed is sitting around 6.5%. Buyers are doing the math on every dollar. A home price $20,000 over where the market actually is doesn't just feel overpriced. At 6.5%, that gap shows up in their monthly payment. So they skip it and it sits.
This isn't sellers caving. It is the market recalibrating after a few years where almost anything would sell at almost any price. The sellers winning right now understand where the market actually is, and they're pricing it to that.
So we've looked at inventory, what's closed, what's pending, how long homes are sitting, and what sellers are actually getting. There's one number left, and that's the median sales price, how much homes are actually selling for.
As we look at this graph on the median price, you can definitely see the split in between all 4 counties of the median price. Because right now, Collin County, even though they saw the greatest run up in median price during the COVID market, now they're definitely adjusting and they're coming down. Their median sales price is at $445,000, and they've seen about a 7.3% decrease. Then the next one is Denton County. Now they're at $425,000, and they saw a 5.6% decrease. Then, as we can you can see, there's definitely this area in here where there's definitely a split in between Dallas County, and then below that is going to be Tarrant County, because right now Dallas County is at $380,000. Now they saw about a 2.2% decrease. Now Tarrant County, they're at $349,000. Now they're the lowest median price of all 4 counties. However, their pricing, as we can see throughout the whole market from 2023 until now, they have really been the most stable, and they're only down 0.1% of median sales price right now.
If you're thinking of selling soon, the homes winning right now in every county are positioned to be undeniably the best choice in their price range. Those homes still get multiple offers. The ones that don't are sitting 60 to 70 days and still negotiating down their price. And if you're on the buying side, the best homes in every county are still moving fast. You're ahead of the game if you know what you want and are ready when the right one shows up. The homes that have been sitting that 60 to 70 days, those sellers might be a little more willing to negotiate now than they were back on day one.
If you're thinking about buying a home in the next few months, this video is worth a watch. We're walking you through how buying a home today is different than it was just a few years ago. We'll see you over there.